Be prepared. The Lionsgate is not just a portal, it's an activation, and this year, its power will be undeniable. Many believe 8/8 is simply a time to set intentions or wish for a better life. But this time, it's different. This portal isn't asking for your hopes, it's demanding your evolution. The 8/8's Lionsgate will not whisper change, it will roar it into your soul. Transformation won't be gentle, it will be precise, undeniable, and necessary. The countdown has already begun, and if you're spiritually attuned, you've likely felt the shift. Subtle signs, sudden insights, energetic purges, a deep inner knowing that something bigger is unfolding. Pay attention, the portal is opening, and so are you. It quote, subtle's not about luck or timing, it's about your destiny accelerating, because once you step into this field, there is no going back. Most people already failed the test without knowing they were taking one. The Lionsgate isn't some beautiful cosmic window where everyone gets a participation trophy. It scans, it sorts, and it shuts. If you're still watching this, it's not random. You're already in the review phase, being observed, not just for what you're doing, but for what you're avoiding. That strange urge to disappear for a few days, that sudden disgust for your job, your apartment, even your friend group. That isn't rebellion, that's realignment. This portal doesn't ask you to change, it drags you, and if you cling to your comfort zone, don't be surprised when it begins to collapse. The truth is, it'll take away everything you're still hiding behind, not to punish you, but to force you to move, and some people won't move fast enough. Music, you're not going crazy, you're cracking open. If you've caught yourself laughing at things that used to stress you out, or smiling during moments where you once would have broken down, there's a reason. This isn't numbness, it's not avoidance, it's evolution. The 8/8's Lionsgate portal is known for initiating intense transformation, but what no one tells you is that the most powerful sign you're actually changing isn't pain, it's unexpected peace. That strange sense of calm you feel in the middle of chaos, that's not denial, that's integration. Your nervous system isn't broken, it's finally catching up to your soul. The reason you're laughing is because part of you knows the truth now. You're not bound to your old reactions anymore. You're not trapped in the cycle of panic, overthinking, and spiraling emotions. The part of you that used to react out of habit has lost its grip, and something lighter has taken over. This doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means your response is no longer rooted in survival. The portal is helping you see clearly, feel freely, and let things pass without them owning you. What used to crush you is now just background noise, and soon, even that will fade. You're not detaching from life. You're detaching from suffering. This is one of the most overlooked signs of true transformation. When you start smiling before life gives you a reason, not because you're pretending, but because you don't need one anymore. The mask is off, and you're not putting it back on. Suddenly, you don't care if people understand your decisions. You're not asking for permission to feel what you feel, want what you want, or walk away from what doesn't fit. It's not rebellion, it's recalibration. If lately you felt this quiet but powerful disinterest in fitting in, keeping the peace, or explaining yourself to anyone, you're not losing your empathy, you're losing your need to be validated for existing. The version of you that needed applause is being replaced by one that only needs truth. The Lionsgate portal isn't just about energy or intention, it's about identity collapse. And one of the clearest signs you're stepping through it is when you stop adjusting your behavior to win approval. You're no longer seduced by being liked. You're busy becoming aligned. This change will feel raw at first. It might even trigger people around you. You'll notice how fast some begin to shrink away when they can't control your reactions anymore. But don't let that distract you. You're not here to be digestible. You're here to be real. And ironically, the less you care about being respected, the more people will start to respect you. It's not because you're louder, It's because you've become rooted. You've stopped negotiating with your intuition. You've stopped apologizing for growing. Confidence isn't loud, it's quiet, certainty that you no longer owe anyone a performance. You're not detached from the world, you're just done begging it to see you. And in that space, the portal opens a new kind of freedom, the ability to move forward without checking who's watching. This is not just another Lionsgate. This one bites back. Every year people talk about the 8/8 portal like it's a soft breeze of abundance and intentions, but 2025 doesn't come in softly. It arrives charged, unstable, and wired like an overclocked circuit. You can feel it. Something about this portal already feels heavier, denser, more alive. That's not your imagination. It's physics, it's pressure, it's personal. This year's Lionsgate is riding directly on the back of one of the most volatile solar flare periods we've had in decades. July didn't just bring light, it brought disruption. If you've been feeling sudden mood swings, random exhaustion, or intense bursts of motivation out of nowhere, it's because the portal isn't waiting for you to catch up. It's dragging you into alignment, whether you're ready or not. Your thoughts are no longer private. They're energetic blueprints. Here's what makes this year dangerous for the unaware and powerful for the ready. Instant feedback. Thoughts are louder. Emotions hit harder. Intentions start echoing back immediately. You might notice you say something out of fear, and within days, a situation shows up to prove it. That's not coincidence. That's the amplifier effect of this portal. Think of it as a cosmic megaphone. Whatever you broadcast, love, fear, clarity, doubt, it's being magnified and reflected back faster than your mind can rationalize. That's why you feel off. You're being mirrored by reality in real time, and the longer you ignore it, the louder it gets. You're going to see people spiral fast this year. Unchecked thoughts, subconscious self-sabotage, emotional denial, they're all getting exposed, not gradually, but bluntly. But on the flip side, this portal also rewards aligned action at lightning speed. If you choose clarity, it responds. If you take the uncomfortable step forward, it opens doors. It's not just listening, it's calculating. The portal is listening more closely than ever, and it doesn't miss a single frequency. This is not a warning. It's an invitation. Use this energy well, or it will use you. That's the kind of weight 2025 brings to the gate. The question is no longer, what do I want to manifest? It's what have I already broadcasted without realizing it? And if that thought makes you nervous, good. It means you're finally paying attention. Something in you stopped explaining itself. That wasn't a breakdown, that was liberation. If you've recently felt this weird disinterest in being understood, like you're done justifying your choices, your shifts, your energy, welcome. You've stepped into the final stage before everything clicks. And no, it's not a phase. It's a signature of inner sovereignty. You used to want people to understand your transformation. You wanted your friends, your family, your partner to get it. But now, you can't even be bothered to try. And that's not bitterness. It's evolution. You no longer need to be seen because you finally started seeing yourself. What's happening here is subtle but powerful. The emotional umbilical cord to external approval is being cut. And yes, it can feel cold at first. You might even worry that you're becoming detached or numb, but you're not. You're just no longer outsourcing your clarity to someone else's confusion. The Lionsgate doesn't just open doors, it seals old exits, and one of the exits it closes forever is your compulsion to be understood by people who've never done the work to understand themselves. This withdrawal is not isolation, it's preparation. A kind of sacred quiet is forming around your decisions. Your moves aren't loud anymore because they don't need to be. You're no longer explaining your boundaries. You're just enforcing them. You're no longer debating your beliefs. You're just living them. Real confidence is when you stop proving and start becoming. People around you might say you've changed. They'll say you're distant, different, maybe even arrogant. But you're not above them. You're just ahead. And that's uncomfortable for those who are still trying to find permission to grow. This energetic self-containment is a sign. A final pause before expansion. The cocoon thickens right before the wings emerge. So if it feels quiet, detached, or emotionally sealed right now, don't worry, it means you're about to break through. You're not disconnected, you're being set apart. There's a type of loneliness that doesn't come from rejection or heartbreak or being left out. It's deeper, stranger, like something ancient inside you has gone quiet, and you can't explain it to anyone. Not really, because the words don't exist for this kind of stillness. You're not sad. You're not depressed. But you've been catching yourself staring off into the distance, thinking nothing, feeling everything and nothing at the same time. It's like being between floors in a cosmic elevator. You can't go back to where you were, but you don't know what's waiting above either. You're not broken. You're in between. This feeling, this strange emptiness, it's not the end. It's the midpoint. It's the void that comes right before rebirth. And the lionsgate portal is amplifying it. You've entered a sacred in-between space, where the old self has finished its contract, but the new self hasn't yet landed. It's like your soul is standing still, while the world continues to move around you. The conversations around you start sounding hollow, the habits you used to enjoy feel foreign. Even your thoughts are quieter, like your inner monologue has stepped aside for something else to move through. This isn't apathy, it's spiritual suspension. Your guides have muted the noise so you can receive. Silence isn't absence, it's preparation. You're not meant to feel understood here. You're meant to feel separated, because the next version of you needs solitude to anchor in. The space you're in isn't punishment, it's preservation. It's the universe pulling you out of familiar vibrations so that your next instructions can land clearly. You don't miss people the way you used to. You don't care to be seen the way you once did. Even small talk feels like sandpaper. Why? Because you're no longer operating in the same layer of reality as those around you. The portal has already begun lifting you, and the more you try to explain this, the more drained you'll feel. This sacred loneliness is a spiritual quarantine, and that silence, it's your final test. Can you stay in the unknown long enough to meet who you're becoming? Because if you can, what comes next won't just change your life, it will rewrite it. The role you've been playing is no longer sustainable, and your soul knows it. Something strange has been happening lately. You feel like you're slipping, but not downward, sideways. Like you're sliding out of your usual self, catching glimpses of someone else in the mirror, someone more real than the version you've been performing. This isn't mental confusion, it's spiritual dislodging. Your soul is breaking character. You laugh at things you used to hate. You suddenly crave silence after years of being the life of the party. Your handwriting looks different. Your voice sounds unfamiliar when you speak. You wake up and forget what day it is, not from exhaustion, but from the timeline blurring. You're not losing your mind. You're leaving your mask behind. The lionsgate portal doesn't just awaken energy, it destabilizes the fake. If you've built your personality on survival patterns, on people-pleasing, on being the responsible one or the funny one or the empath, expect all of that to start cracking. Because this is what the shift really does. It strips off the costume you've worn to stay safe in the old world, and for a few days or weeks, it will feel like you're floating in character limbo. You're not sure how to act, not sure how to respond, not even sure what you like anymore. This is not regression. This is soul retrieval. Your inner being is stepping forward, and it doesn't care about keeping people comfortable. It doesn't care if your friends recognize you. It doesn't care about your resume, your brand, your type. It's only interested in alignment. You don't change who you are. You remember who you were before you had to forget. This break from character may come with resistance. You might feel restless. emotionally volatile, or detached from everything around you. That's normal, because the script you've been following has ended. And for the first time, you're not looking for the next line. You're listening for your true voice. Let it come through. You don't owe the world the old version of you, and you were never meant to stay the same. This portal isn't just about light. It's a scanner, and it knows exactly where you're still hiding. There's a reason everything feels more intense right now. It's not just the astrology. It's not just solar activity. It's because the lionsgate isn't here to make you feel cozy. It's here to challenge the version of you that was never real to begin with. This energy doesn't care about what you post online. It doesn't care about how healed you say you are. It wants to find your raw spots, the ones you buried so deep even you forgot they were there. And it will. Sudden waves of panic in places that always felt safe. Random chest tightness, racing thoughts, or that old fear of being left behind showing up again for no logical reason. People who usually love solitude may suddenly fear being alone. People who are thriving may feel an irrational dread of dying, and it makes no sense. That's the point. You're not regressing, you're being purified. These feelings aren't symptoms of something going wrong. They're signs that the portal is doing its job. It's flushing out the fears you normalized, the traumas you minimized, and the emotional splinters you've lived around instead of removing. This energy knows exactly where the cracks are, and it's going to shine a light straight through them, not to punish you, to release you, because you can't carry illusions into this next phase. You can't manifest cleanly while dragging corrupted thoughts from past versions of yourself, and you can't step through this portal while still trying to pretend your shadows aren't speaking. This isn't an attack, it's an invitation to stop lying to yourself. So if you've been feeling irrational, hypersensitive, or even haunted by thoughts that don't feel like yours, know this: it's not you falling apart, it's your mask finally failing. Let it. Lately, something feels different, not outside, but within your own response to life. A small task gets done, and instead of brushing it off like usual, you feel a strange sense of ease, maybe even accomplishment. You might pause after finishing a conversation or organizing something and notice this quiet, satisfying pulse in your chest. And no, it's not because the moment was special, it's because you've changed. This isn't about pretending to be grateful or practicing mindfulness. It's not something you're doing consciously, it just starts happening on its own. A subtle, spontaneous reward response for things that used to feel mundane. That shift in your emotional baseline is one of the clearest signs that your internal system is syncing with the lionsgate frequency. Because this portal doesn't just arrive to rearrange your future, it upgrades how you experience your present. That natural spark of celebration, the gentle sense of this matters, is your energy field recognizing that something has aligned, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. And this matters because the lionsgate doesn't reward people who force change. It moves through those who are already becoming the version of themselves that transformation requires. When you start to feel genuine joy or clarity without needing a big reason, it means you're tuning into that higher version of you, the one the portal is trying to pull forward. If this is happening, even in quiet, unremarkable moments, take it seriously. This is your signal. Your nervous system, your heart, and your field are already preparing for the next version of your life. When the portal opens fully on 8/8, it won't have to drag you into change. It will simply accelerate what's already begun. This is not a season, it's a sliver of time, and it will not wait for your comfort. The lionsgate is not a gentle, leisurely stroll into awakening. It's a narrow crack in the veil, and that crack is already starting to close. Right now the energy is peaking. It's loud, it's insistent, it's pulling on your soul like a tide. But that pull doesn't last forever. This isn't some month-long meditation. This is a countdown. August 8th is the peak, but the window is already active. And after it peaks, it begins collapsing fast. The frequency doesn't disappear, but your access to it narrows, like a wave that crests and then slips out of reach just as you decide to swim. So many people wait. They tell themselves, I'll shift when I'm ready, I'll move when the timing feels better. But this isn't that kind of energy. The portal does not pause for your convenience. It's not interested in your schedule. It arrives like a storm, sweeps everything into motion, and then it's gone. And what happens if you don't respond? The clarity fades, the surge dulls, the momentum dies. Windows like this don't open often, and they don't stay open long enough for hesitation. When the gate closes, the insights you were so sure of start to blur. Your sense of direction wobbles. Your motivation weakens. The clarity that was screaming at you to leave, change or leap now, just whispers, then disappears. You might try to force it later, but it won't feel the same. This isn't about pressure, it's about presence. Right now, your magnetism is supercharged. Your thoughts are being amplified. What you claim now stays, but only if you act while the portal is pulsing. If you felt pulled to finally say something, leave something, start something, that pull is not random, it's alignment. But alignment, without movement, dissolves into regret. This is not the time to coast. This is the time to respond. You don't need a 5-year plan. You need a moment of courage, right now. Because the portal doesn't reward the most perfect. It rewards the most willing. The ones who dare to step when the timing is still unclear. The ones who trust the storm and jump anyway. This window is short, but what you do inside it will echo for years. And if you're still watching, still listening, that means it's not too late, but you're close. If you're still watching, thank you for your time and presence. If you found value in this content and want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe. Your support truly means a lot. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share your thoughts or personal experiences in the comments below. Until next time, take care of your soul and stay tuned for more transformative insights.